to join me up here. They're angels. I know you're watching. And there is there is a boy with his scattered head right here, but somebody who does some brilliant work that I've observed in the last number of weeks, and I thought it was important to showcase what they're doing at StoryPod. Um, the other day, I turned on my phone and I got this notification saying, "Oh, I had made 500 naira on StoryPod." I'm like, "Yo, was that 500 naira or 50 naira?" I'm like, "Is this boy playing with me?" How much is it?
50 naira. It's small,
I
very
can't
small.
get making 50 naira. I cannot even try and do $50. Anyway, there, angels. On the call with me today is James Nelson, and he's the lead at StoryPod, and he's going to be telling us what they're building and why he thinks that he should get the backing of you, my dear angels.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. And my name is James. I'm one of the co-founders of StoryPod. I have a background in product management, product development over the last roughly 10 years. Pretty much working in companies across board, building apps and platforms as well. I want to find out if my screen being shared. Okay, cool. So if my screen is being shared, I'll take you down to our presentation. So, StoryPod is basically a platform that is very easy. It feels like social media. The goal is to read like social media, like you're on Instagram or one of those places, because I feel like this generation, brother, we date as well. We don't read as much, but we actually we check a lot of snaps and Insta story, WhatsApp story, and LinkedIn as well. People who write a lot on LinkedIn, read on LinkedIn. It's easier. That's how we read social media style. And the goal for us to say, hey, how can we take that ideology of how people read in this new age, and then that way you can sneak in write-ups for them. And within we launched sometimes last year, and we've seen tremendous growth as well, which I'll talk about. Essentially, the StoryPod brings the social media elements of interaction and brings sort of book distribution. So that way you can smuggle an article to somebody in story style. Again, it's discoverability and monetization together. So it helps content creators and writers and storytellers, publishing houses actually putting their work in story style, and also discoverability, and people can actually read social media style. So again, market size, the opportunity is huge. Nigeria has the entire Twitter is Nigerian Twitter is 6 to 7 million on Twitter, and that means that and StoryPod currently has 65,000 users, and we're actively racing to a million. So by the time we get to a million, it means almost 1 in 6 people will actually on Twitter we will almost have StoryPod. The market is really huge. Instagram made 70 billion last year, so there's social media apps there. But I think the important thing is Africa doesn't have its own, and again, you see a lot of movement in people trying to de-risk and decentralize Elon of Twitter and Zook of Meta, right? Platforms are coming up, and it's important that Africa, has its own platform. But we are focused on reading. So the market is really huge. The app is very social media friendly. It feels just like any other platform, like WhatsApp status, but you can lock it. When you lock it, you can't share your story, you can't screenshot it. Now you can actually tip people, so people receive tips on the app from 50 naira, 100 naira to people fund their wallet to read stories and then unlock stories. We've had an incredible, and the app is really good. People use it to write short stories, short writings, and it helps them monetize their work. Yeah, so again, this is what the app looks like, and then there's instant payout. You can get the money immediately. It's very simple to use. Again, we focus on writers, storytellers. We want that market to grow. We actually want writers to actually be as rich as um, YouTubers. How we make money from the ads. Predominantly, our revenue comes from the ads. Paid content, we do a 70-30 revenue share. When you lock a story, when anybody, let's say you lock a story for 100 naira, story for takes 30, and we give the writer 70. They don't even know that we take 30%. But yes, we take 30% off tips and also because you can tip on the platform, so we take from tips and we also take from paid content. But the business is actually in the ads, because if you look at Instagram, the ads you see in between the stories, people can just go there, put their ads and run it for 30 days, 1 year, and just be casually run. So imagine like a 1,000 people are putting ads and they're putting it at a certain price per day, you times that and it's growing essentially. And then over time, we plan to add subscriptions because we have this thing that we call StoryPod Originals, where we have original writing. Think about it like Netflix. So we see StoryPod as that platform where a book is coming out. Hey, my book is going to be available on StoryPod. It's coming out this Friday, and then eight episodes are coming out. So we have that lineup. Just think about Netflix, what Netflix has done for movies and streaming service. Essentially, what StoryPod is really doing for storytelling writing. We want to bring back that joy and that social media style of just tap, 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 tap. Oh, I like this story. I don't like this story. Swipe to the next one. Stuff like that. Such an incredible experience. In terms of our attraction, we're talking to two publishing houses, Narrative Landscape and Farafina Books, trying to get them to bring all their existing work and all their existing publishers. It's a huge remarrow because some of their publishing, their global publishers that they have all like Chimamanda now, they have to talk to their own distribution channel globally as well. So yeah, we're getting publishing houses on board is something that we have on the side that we're doing as well. Again, we've unlocked our revenue model from ads in terms of we do ads at the moment, and also 70/30 revenue share. And then there are other kind of ad formats that we're going to be rolling out. We have 65,000 users, and we keep active users as high as 60% because everybody that downloads StoryPod are pretty much interested in it. We don't use it to say, oh, come to this event, download StoryPod, and then you get access to this event. No, we focus on original writers that want to share story. We have so much personal stories of writers saying, hey, I'm making so much money on StoryPod. And I'll throw more light on that as well. Engagement rate has been really high. We have over 2 million views in terms of read counts of stories on StoryPod. So again, we're doing so much in that aspect. We are also running an incredible team. Myself and my co-founders, we're all hands-on. Caleb does the infrastructure and the admin part of, in terms of infrastructure, DevOps parts, Prince builds the core, API and everything. We're able to sustain our growth in terms of, what we do is based on the fact that everybody's hands-on. I'm been a product manager across board for as long. I built so many platforms behind there. So all of us are hands-on. Again, our mission is to say we want a writer to stand beside a YouTuber to say I make $1 million from writing on StoryPod as well. Again, we see global. Again, this movement really cascades the entire Africa. We see Amazon, people that even put books on Amazon, the rest of them coming to actually put their book on StoryPod, because StoryPod is where you can think about how Instagram and TikTok and the rest of them are doing, and that's what we're trying to do. The same thing for writers. It's not like we need 3 billion users. Basically, it's not 3 billion people that read again watch video. Well, I mean, imagine a fraction of that on reading, and it's such a huge deal. And again, the platform empowers people. Thank you. We look forward to having you guys on board, taking questions. Yes. And thank you.
Interesting thing you're doing with StoryPod. Please put him up there. Thank you for the work that you're doing at StoryPod. There's an image of you in public talking with Chimamanda. What was the conversation about?
Yes, so it was about that. It was about that was the first time met her at the book writing. She the book thing, and she saw StoryPod and she loved it. She was like she's like we need to. So she introduced me to the executive director of Narrative Landscape, and we've been in talks. Although now they're a bit really busy with the book round that's happening because she's just doing that book way for Nigeria. So yes, she got to see it and she made that introduction, and we've been in talks with them. We started signing agreements on formatting and exchange of that conversation has been ongoing. So that's what the conversation was about. It was really brilliant. It was bold. I took an opportunity to say, hey, this app can, because she used to write on Okada books before. And Okada books shut down. One of the reasons why it shut down was the model was not great and the market was not ready as well. In terms of payments were slow, the app technology was slow, but most importantly, they didn't have this ad model that we have. You don't make money from 70/30 from book sales. It won't work. It's the model is in the ads. That's where we have different ads formats. So we have ads in between story. We have banner ads as well. We have the full pop-up ads. Those ones are super expensive. We plan to charge them as high as 2 million a day. Right? That's the one that anybody that opens the app, the pop-up comes up, they have to dismiss it. So those are really revenue streams that Okada Books didn't have. And I mean, the founder of Okada Books is saying StoryPod, and it was really emotional. It was even like, this is really good. So yes, we think that we have an opportunity.
So do
Yes.
you have the guy from Okada Books on your team, maybe as an advisor or something?
Oh yes, yes. I mean, he's had sessions with me. We've talked about StoryPod from since last year, and at some point I was like, why not just give me Okada books, like so that we can take it over? And he told me why they are no more, and we have a good relationship in terms of I update him from time to time. And he's like, James, I'm done with startup. I wish you good luck. I'm in America now. I don't want to do anything startup again. But there's a personal reason that he told me why, which I can't disclose as well. But he's definitely
Absolutely.
someone that I look up to, and every single time I'm like, "Hey, boss, this is
So
where we are."
he couldn't pull off Okada Books. Why do you think you'll be able to pull off StoryPod?
Thank you. So yes, fun fact: they had 400,000 users and like 40,000 catalog of 40,000 books, wait, which is really good. Now I look at the model. I miss that. Like I said, the reason why he told me why they failed, right? But they were not making so much in revenue, and that's why I've looked at it. That model of just getting of monetizing book sales. So even if you sell your book for 500 naira and I take 30 naira, or I take 100 naira out of it, how many 100 naira can I take that will give me a million naira? That'll give me a million naira or $1 million. That's one thing that I mean. This is when they engage us, they're like, how many 30 naira can I make to give me $1 million? But that's not the model. The model is in the ads. Their app do not have ads. They had ads like, and when you talk about for ad business, the idea of ad business is people should just go there and do their ads themselves. It's not a That's why when you see apps like Chowdeck doing ads. I mean, sorry, I said that, but the reason is that for ad model to work, okay, actually, that's our secret sauce. I won't tell you, but ad model is the model is in the ads basically, because if you simulate our our user base and what we plan to get from ads, and ads is all cash for us, you see that, oh, this makes so much sense. I mean, take for instance, if I'm even doing 2,000 naira per day for ads, and I have 20 people, that's 200 times it by 30 days, month on month. What's our cost in StoryPod? It's basically Azure, which we have 150K in Azure credits, and that's and main marketing costs. So I think it's an incredible model. And don't forget that. Okay, I'll say that in my closing speech. But yes,
So it's time for that closing speech.
now
We need to close and get out.
okay, awesome. So I mean, I feel like now we're such as the movement is getting, we're really scaling and we're really growing fast. I mean, in a couple of 2-3 years, elections are coming by. Ads are going to be manifestos are going to be flying around. Storyboard is the only platform that has like that amount of elite social media Nigerians where conversations can happen, manifestos can be read and things. So we're at this very strategic point, and I think that every angel should have a piece of the pie. This is an incredible team that is really brilliant, tech focused. We have the skill, we have everything. I think it's important that they join us. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, fantastic. Shola, one of our dear angels just asked the question. It says, "Why are you so sure of revenue from ads? Why should I put my ads on your platform instead of other platforms that have a huge subscriber base?"
Thank you, Mr. Shola.
You
So
have 1 minute to answer that question because we're out of
yes,
time.
yes. Yeah, why StoryPod? Again, StoryPod is an elite social media. Even we run ads on this platform, and you see that, you know, engagements with people that actually read stuff it depends on the product you're selling. So I mean, you can advertise on those platforms, yes. But again, when you are running ads, you think about where do I want to target users. There are certain products that if you're by the way, if you advertise on Twitter, downloads don't come from Twitter. But guess what? On Twitter, it's a conversation, it's an audience kind of thing. So we think that based on the product, you don't want to come to StoryPod and sell bags and shoes. You want to come to StoryPod and sell trainings, mentorship programs. There are certain kind of products that that okay, within this demographic that we have even across Africa, it would we have that value proposition for StoryPod, yes, on the kind of elite right users based on the product you sell.
Great. I suspect that we would have angels who would pull you into the deep dive at LAN, and then you can get further conversations and maybe deeper engagement. Ladies and gentlemen, James from StoryPod. Let's thank him daily